Hi, Squatties. How's everybody doing? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and make myself some, ooh, girl. What I have in my hand right now is some As Ever peppermint tea. I've been kind of underneath the weather, so, I've been drinking tea. The weather has changed on us in these parts where I live. Let's see. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome to Sussex Talk. I'm your host, Special K Thoughts. It's good to see everybody. What I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to make me some As Ever peppermint tea. I've been a little underneath the weather lately because, it's been cold, cool, raining, and then hot. Make sure my water is still hot. All right. Let that sit for a while. So how are you guys doing? It's been a minute. I do want to apologize. I think last week I was supposed to have a live podcast. I was ready to go. We're still going to talk about the subject that I was going to do. I was going to do a really good podcast, and I was going to have a surprise special guest on that podcast, on the live podcast that I was supposed to do 2 weeks ago. That was titled Meghan's Vision. And I had a special guest and everything. I was going to surprise you guys. And unfortunately, I had a family emergency. And I am so sorry. It was crazy. It was bananas. Like, I literally was getting ready to log in, and I had gotten a couple of text messages and I ignored them. And then the phone call started coming in, and I answered the phone, and unfortunately I had a family emergency and I wasn't able to do the live podcast. But I will reschedule with the special guest that I was going to have on the live podcast that I was supposed to do 2 weeks ago, entitled Meghan's Vision. I will reschedule with that person, and we will discuss what we were going to discuss on that live podcast. So again, I apologize for that. What I'm doing right now, for those of you guys who are just now joining us, I am making some As Ever peppermint tea. If you can't, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know. Let's see. See? As Ever. And of course, we're going to be talking about As Ever. We're going to be talking about a lot of things on this live podcast. How you guys doing? Like, seriously, how are you guys doing? I want to see thumbs up. I want to see flowers. I want to see roses. You guys know the spill. You know the deal. You know the real deal. Let me go ahead and look into the chat. Okay, I see some familiar names in the chat. It's good to see you guys. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. All right. Annie, it's been a while since I've seen you. It's good to see you. Carol, how are you doing? Let's see. Dolores, it's good to see you. My girl, Miss Lydia, it's good to see you. Joy, good to see you, Joy. Lorna, good to see you. Miss Joan, how are you doing, love? Good to see you. All right, I like this username, Fragrance and Lifestyle Beauty. Okay, hey, good to see you. Miss Carol, good to see you. Boney Mighty, it's good to see you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started because I don't want to keep you guys too long because I might do a live podcast tomorrow as well. Again, welcome to Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. On this channel, we do live podcasts, which we entitle Sussex Talk. And also give me a thumbs up so that I know that you can hear me as well. But like I was saying previously, that on this channel, we do live podcasts, which we entitle Sussex Talk, where we get together as a family, Sussex Squaddies, we get together as a family, and we talk about our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan, Has and Megs. And, we just get together because we are family. And, we love to talk about our faves. And our faves, they're always doing wonderful things in the world, right? And we just like to have fun. We like to talk about our faves, right? We're fanatical fans. Okay, we are dedicated to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay, so let me go ahead and take this out. I have to warn you that there are no fence riders here. Okay, we don't want fence riders. We don't want people, here who do the both sides things. We don't like them other royals. Boy, them other royals, they're catching hell, aren't they? Oh, this tea is so good. For those of you who are just joining us, I just made some, as ever, peppermint tea. It's really, really good. Oh my God. Oh, you talk about peppermint, okay? I mean, they put the pep in the peppermint, okay, girl? Woo! I've had this before. I should have put a little bit of honey in this. Yeah. Oh, this is so good. But I done lost my train of thought. But again, here at Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast, we're not monarchists. We don't do both sides. We're not fence riders. We're fanatical about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay, we don't like them other royals. We can't stand royal reporters, royal commentators. So if this is the first time that you're joining us, if you don't like what you've heard so far, then please exit to the left, get out, bye. We don't do this for the money. We don't do this for the likes. We don't do this for the views. We do this because we are true to this when it comes to our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay? All right. Let me get some more of this peppermint tea. Oh, that's good. I wish I had baked the cookies. I would have had some cookies with my tea. So, guys, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, right? There's been a lot going on with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. There's been a lot going on, in regards to the royal family. Aren't they just that monarchy is just a ghetto trifling monarchy, right? It's about time, right? It's about time. But at the end of the day, the royal family, they're still gaslighting, right? They are still gaslighting in regards to the titles of Prince Andrew. And yes, I'm going to refer to him as Prince Andrew because, damn it, at the end of the day, he will always be a prince. Always. He will always be a prince. Right? Hey, Susie Q. He will always be a prince. But before we get to that hot trash ghetto mess, okay, before we get there, let's go ahead and talk about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan. Let's go ahead and start off with our favorite Duchess, okay, our favorite Duchess. Right, let's go ahead and start off with her. The Duchess of Sussex, we've been waiting for this, right? She did a recent drop of As Ever Official. She did a recent drop and she introduced As Ever Holiday Collection. Yay! We've been waiting for this, right? We knew it was going to happen sooner or later, that there was going to be another drop in regards to As Ever. And how many of you guys in the chat and how many of you guys who are listening were able to buy some products? I don't think anything sold out, which is actually a good thing, right? It's actually a good thing that nothing has sold out in regards to the As Ever products and the As Ever collection. Okay. But how many were able to see the launch in real time? Let me look into the chat. Hey, Connie Bomber. I was at work. I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't say that I was at work, but yes, I was at work when the As Ever launch opened up in real time. And I mean, it was a beautiful thing to watch. You know, I was sitting at my desk and I was on it, girl. I was on it. Like, I was on the website and, you know, when the clock struck noon, bam, right? The products came up and it was time to buy, right? It was time to buy. It was like, oh, I'm starting to feel better already. This peppermint tea is, ooh. Yes, it's opening up my throat. I can feel it. But clock struck at noon. Bam. It was official. Went right in there and I was able to get the products that I wanted to get. I was so happy to see that the honey was back. Right? Oh my God. I mean, I was killing myself to get the honey. But then you know what? I slowed down. Right? I slowed down when I was on there. You know, I was on there like, and I said, you know what, Special K, slow down, girl. Because I had a feeling that our girl definitely had a lot of product this time around. Right? I mean, and it's not just about this time around, but the last drop, she definitely stepped up the game in regards to having a huge inventory of product, right? A huge, you know, a lot of product. So there wouldn't be like a Game of Thrones, right? In regards to getting the spreads and the wine and all that, right? Because people will get tired of that. People will get tired of things selling out and having to go back. Because, you know, when you want to buy something, you want the product there, right? You want to be able to buy the product. And then when the product that you bought runs out, you can go back on the website, right? You can go back on the website and buy it again, right? That's what the consumer wants, right? The consumer wants easy access, right? So when I was on there, I told myself to slow down, like slow down, Special K Thoughts. I'm pretty sure our girl is going to have a huge amount of product. So I'm going to actually slow my roll down and read what's available. Okay. Now, a lot of squaddies already knew what was available. Many in the general public knew what was available because As Ever had, I think, had done an article with some magazine. I can't remember the name of the magazine, but there was a magazine, right, article that came out that showcased, highlighted the as ever products that were going to be dropped, that were going to be on sale, right? So squatties and just the general public, knew what the products were, what the holiday collection was going to feature, right? So people were aware, but unfortunately for me, I was at work, so I wasn't aware. So again, I slowed myself down and I had faith that there was going to be plenty of product so I would have time to actually, look and see what was available, right? And so I was on there and I saw that the honey, there was two different types of honey that was available, that the raspberry was available, the strawberry and the orange marmalade spreads were available, along with the candles, right? And of course, they introduced a new sparkling wine. Okay. So I was able to get what I wanted to get. I was a little disappointed that the French crepe was not there, because that's what I wanted to buy as well, because I haven't bought that yet. Okay, so I wanted to try that, but I'm pretty sure it'll become available later on. But I was able to get the honeys. I got the honey set, right? I got the three spreads. And I did not get the new sparkling wine. I'm gonna wait for that, because again, I'm not really a big time wine drinker. But the new sparkling wine, it looks like a great Christmas present, or if you're entertaining around the holidays, that's definitely the type of sparkling wine that you want to serve. Okay, so, and I also was back on the As Ever website, and now that they have the raspberry spread available, so you can buy the raspberry spread like individually. I was a little disappointed that the apricot spread was not available, because I don't know, I love the apricot spread, and it's crazy because I'm not an apricot person, right? I'm not an apricot person, but I love the apricot spread, and I wanted to get more of the apricot spread, but it wasn't available, and that's okay. I'm pretty sure it's probably not available because I don't think apricots are in season, right? But I still have, I think, one more jar of apricot spread, so I'll just be real frugal on that and just make sure I don't eat a lot of that, and just savor it, and be frugal with it. But I love the apricot spread. I love it. I mean, the little chunks of apricot that's in there, and sometimes I'll get like a big chunk of apricot in the apricot spread. So anyway, let me look into the chat to see what you guys are talking about. Let's see. I just love all of you guys, just to let you know. I love you, I love you, I love you. Let's see. Mina Ruth, how are you? Karen, how are you doing? Hi, Karen. Hi. Royalty with Queen Anna. Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. Paul Charles, how are you doing? How are you doing, sir? It's good to see you. Boney Miney, how are you? Mrs. Sussex, how are you? Okay, so Karen says, yes, it was frustrating not to get the honey when I wanted. I bought two. So you bought two? Yeah. I was so happy that the honey was available, because I was never able to get it. Right? I was never able to get the honey. And it is crazy because my mom was able to get the honey. Right? So I was able to get it from her. But I was just like, Brandon the beekeeper, he need to get to work. Like, hello? Oh no, Joan. So you had products that disappeared from your cart? Oh no. Hello, Jacqueline. So Jacqueline says, I have the lemon and ginger. I am saving for the winter season. I was able to get all the honey this time. Also, the trio set. Yeah, a lot of squatties and even in the general public are happy that the honey was available and able to get it. Um, so it's good. At the end of the day, you want customers satisfied, right? You want people satisfied. Number one, the reason why the Duchess of Sussex business is successful is because of the product, right? The product has got to be good. And the product is good. It is. The product is good. Okay, the spreads are good. Okay. I haven't tried the orange marmalade because I'm not an orange marmalade person, but I keep on hearing that the orange marmalade is good. So when I get it, I have a feeling I'm gonna like it, right? But I mean, I absolutely love the raspberry spread. I love the strawberry spread, and I just love the apricot spread. I think the apricot spread might be my favorite. Um, the tea, I'm sitting here drinking the peppermint tea, right? It's really good. Um, let's see. I've heard great things about the French crepe. I haven't bought it, but I know people who have it and who have bought it and they love it. The cookie dough, it's those cookies are good and they're easy to make. Um, so like I was saying, she has a successful business because the product is good, right? The consistency, you got to have consistency when it comes to your products, right? And access, right? You want people to have access to your products. And one thing about As Ever, the business brand, they have definitely stepped up their game when it comes to the consumer having access. Okay, stuff may sell out, but they're quick to try to, replenish the product so people can buy it, um, which is great. And just the styling of As Ever, the packaging, you know, it's it's really good styling. And what else? There was something else I was gonna say that you know this is upscale, right? This is an upscale package. This is an upscale styling. Um, which it should be because at the end of the day, Meghan is a duchess, right? She is married to a prince, right? So let me go ahead and go into the chat. Okay, yes, there are 3 honeys this time. So Miss Lydia says there are 3 honeys this time. I'm still debating the sage honey. I bought the sage honey. I hope it tastes good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna taste good. I don't see it not tasting good. Hey Patricia, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, Jacqueline, I can't wait to get my stuff either. I checked and it says that my items that I purchased are on track to be here Monday. So we'll see. And usually when they say Monday, well, I shouldn't say usually when they say Monday, but usually the estimated date, it's usually true. That's if they say I'm getting my package, the package should arrive. I'm just coming up with a date. Monday, September 10th. Usually I get my package on Monday, September 10th. So I can't wait. I'm pretty sure I'll get my package Monday. All right. Black Queen, how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much for the donation, sis. Appreciate it. Black Queen says, hey guys, feeling extremely is it heartbroken for my country and my people St. Elizabeth is my parish. It is one of the hardest hit. My town of Santa Cruz got crushed. The capital, Black River, is decimated. Oh my goodness. Wow, Black Queen. Yes, we'll talk about that later on. We are going to talk about that later on in regards to the devastation that Jamaica is going through right now in regards to Hurricane Melissa. Black Queen, we are praying for you. We are praying for your country. I hope all of your family is okay. In the chat, I do have a message pinned, and there is a link right now. Success Community Events is holding a fundraiser for World Central Kitchen, because World Central Kitchen right now, as we speak, is in Jamaica, serving meals and providing very necessary items for the victims and the survivors of Hurricane Melissa. It's my understanding that Hurricane Melissa, when it hit Jamaica, it hit as a Category 5 hurricane. That is horrific. Okay. But Black Queen, thank you so much for the donation. And again, we are praying for you. We're praying for your family. And we definitely are praying for Jamaica. There are a lot of Jamaican squaddies in the Success Squad, right? A lot of Jamaican squaddies in the Success Squad. Yeah, Patricia says that she's always gotten her product on the date promised. Me too. All right. So again, I'm just so proud of Meghan, right? I mean, she has really launched a successful business. She really has. She's a very business-minded Duchess, right? Very, very business-minded. And I love it when she's talking to other business people. I love it when she's interviewed by somebody who's a business person, because you could tell that Meghan is all hands on deck when it comes to As Ever, right? She said that she was no longer going to do her podcast because she wanted to dedicate all of her attention and put all her focus on As Ever. And it's obvious that she is, right? The promotion that As Ever is doing is on point and is genius. Okay, we've talked about it before during this podcast, how As Ever, in regards to the advertising and the promotion of the As Ever products, they are using the consumers, right? The consumers are the ones that are responsible for the promoting and the advertising of As Ever. I mean, what am I doing? I mean, I'm promoting I'm promoting As Ever right now myself. But people are doing TikToks, people are making videos of As Ever products, and people are coming up with good ideas in regards to different recipes on how to use, like, the spreads, how to implement the spreads in different recipes. There was somebody who had posted, I believe, a reel of them making biscuits, rolled biscuits, and they had used the apricot spread. They spread it on the dough. I mean, and they rolled it up. I mean, it just looks so good. I believe they sprinkled, I think, cinnamon sugar on the rolls. And I mean, it's like the finger rolls. I mean, it looks really, really good. And then they made some, I believe, some lemon ginger tea with it. It looks so good. I mean, you have a lot of squatties, and a lot of people who are making these videos of them, making different recipes with the spreads, right? We don't know if these people are actually a part of the Success Squad, right? These could be just random general people, just different consumers, right? So, I definitely don't think it's fair to say that people who are posting about As Ever products, posting about the spreads and about the tea and making videos are all a part of the Success Squad. Not at all. Right. But people are coming up with some very creative ideas in regards to incorporating the spreads into different recipes. And it just looks so good. It really, 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 really does. But I can't wait till I get my items. I can't wait, especially the honey set. When it comes to the honey, the first thing I'm going to try is the sage honey, just to see how it tastes. I'm pretty sure it's going to taste good, but you know, sage and honey, that's a totally different idea. That's like way off the box, right, guys? Way off the box. So I can't wait to try that. There's a spread. No, I've had the honey and the strawberry spread. I mean, not the honey. I've had the raspberry. I can't wait to taste. I can't wait to taste the raspberry spread again. Oh, I'm so glad that the raspberry spread is back. Right, guys? I am so glad. All right, I'm looking into the chat. Let's see. There you go. It's like Miss Lydia said, you know, she has a wide fan base. You know, one thing that I noticed, dang, I drank all my tea. Dang, I got like one drop left. Tea is gone. But like Miss Lydia said in the chat, she has a wide fan base. And when I say she, I'm talking about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. She really does. One thing I've noticed about Meghan when she talks about as ever, and when she talks about the numbers that come pouring in, you can tell that they are really still trying to grasp how many consumers there are out there buying her products. You could tell, right? You could tell that they're still like, wow, like this is huge. You know, there's really a huge, wide, not only fan base, but just consumers out there that want to buy as ever products. You could tell they're still kind of taken back by that a little bit, right? You know, when you order your product, you can see what number you are, right? You can see how many people, or I should say how many products have been bought so far, right? And I think, you know, when I bought mine, now when I bought my products, it was like, when that sale went through, it was like 12, I think 32, something like that, maybe 12.32. And I think, Jesus, I was already, my number was like in the 30,000s, I think. Wow. So again, very happy for Meghan, very proud of Meghan, very happy that she's, you know, got a successful business. And the as ever business is just going to get bigger and bigger. I just see so many big things for this brand, right? For as ever. Meghan has let it be known that the goal is to get it into some type of store market, right? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, right? And whatever store sells the as ever products, it's gonna be some type of upscale store now. It is, okay? It is. It's gonna be some type of upscale, you know, SCALE store. Okay. But it's coming. It's coming. And I would not be surprised if they contract with some upscale hotel chain. I wouldn't be surprised about that either. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, I believe the money maker is definitely going to be the wines. Okay, that's going to be the money maker right there. Anybody get the candle? The candles? Anybody in the chat get the candles? Let's see. Miss Joe says, Special K, you're making me hungry. But I started to get the candles, but I didn't get them. I'm not a candle person, right? I'm not a candle person. So I didn't get them. And you know what I love about the Success Squad, our fan base, our family, because we're a family, right? Our family. You know, a lot of people outside the Success Squad think that we're just buying any and everything. And that's not true at all. That is not true at all. You have some squaddies who just bought the candles and the new wine that didn't buy the spread, right? I know some squaddies who have not bought none of the teas. They're like, I don't drink tea, so I'm not buying tea. You have some squaddies who don't buy the wine because they don't drink, right? But they buy up the spreads. So people are buying what they like. Okay. So I didn't get the candles because I'm not a candle person, right? I have the wines. I have the Napa Valley 2023 wine. I got one more bottle left, which I'm going to keep as a keepsake. Okay. I have the Napa Valley Rosé 2024. I bought 3 bottles of that. But I didn't buy the new wine. I'm gonna wait closer to Christmas. Hopefully it's still available. But I love the spreads. I love the spreads. And I love the honey. So there you go. And hopefully I get my stuff Monday. I'll best be getting my stuff Monday. I'm just playing. We got jokes. All right, I'm looking at the chat. Okay, so Susie Q says Susie Q, you bought the candles. Okay, so you bought 2 candles and 2 wines. Okay, cool. Oh, TNO, how are you? Says that they bought the candles. Okay, so you bought the candles too. Okay. So Black Queen says, hold on, the evil rats thought they buried our girl Meg. I guess they forgot she's a seed. Look how the seed is flourishing. Even the hater, bitter, jealous, resentful tears help nourish the seed. Yeah, that is true. Absolutely, Black Queen. It's funny to me how, because you have some squaddies who are posting like what they bought and all that, and you got some squaddies who got some deep pockets now. Okay, you got some squaddies who got some deep pockets, and that's fine. That is a-okay with me because that is their money. It's not mine, right? And I had reposted a squatty who had posted, all of the As Ever products that they had bought. And I mean, they spent close to probably more than $2,000, right? And I had reposted, some squatties got some deep pockets. Girl, I mean, those derangers were in unhinged, girl. All up in my comments. I mean, just losing it, crashing out. Mad. I mean, seriously, mad. Because there was a squatty that had spent like over $2,000 on buying As Ever products. Well, maybe that squatty was Christmas shopping. Right? Like, why would you be so upset because somebody is buying As Ever products? Why does that bother you? If you don't like Duchess Meghan, then you don't like her. But Why would that consume you with anger? Because somebody else is spending their money the way they want to spend their money. Like people, like some of those, all of those arrangers really seriously need to unpack why they are so fixated on Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and her fans. Why is y'all in our business? Like seriously, why is y'all in our business? Get your hands out of our pockets. It's our money. Like seriously, I mean, some of the comments underneath that post, I was like, this shit really should be studied, like for real, real. Like seriously, mad, saying how we have horrible character and I don't even want to get into some of what them derangers said, but I mean it was just it was hella funny to me. Okay, it was hella funny to me because it's like there are a lot of things in this world to be upset about, right? There are a lot of things going on in this world for you to be angry about and unhinged about. But here you are focused and fixated on Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and her fans buying up her products. The shit is hella funny to me. But yeah, I see big things for As Ever. Meghan is a business savvy person. She really, really is. Because look what she's doing. Right? Look what she's doing. She is what did Meghan recently do with the wine? She supplied the As Ever Napa Valley Rosé wine, right? To Emma, I don't know how to say her last name, but to the Seat at the Table summit, right? That happened recently. And Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, supplied the wine. She supplied the As Ever Napa Valley wine. That's huge. That's huge. The reason why I say it's huge, because look at the caliber of women that were at that summit. You had very successful, business savvy women who have huge platforms, right? Huge platforms. And I'm pretty sure those women, many of those women that attended that Seat at the Table summit, host parties themselves, right? Host dinner parties, have get-togethers themselves. So think about how much business she drummed up and got for supplying the As Ever wine at the Seat at the Table summit. She hit that out the park, baby. Jennifer Clark, thank you so much for the donation, love. Thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Just letting you guys know right now, all donations that come in on this live podcast, donating to World Sister Kitchen. Okay. And we're going to do something on this channel in regards to fundraising as well. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was huge. That was huge for Meghan to make sure that As Ever official supplied the wine to the Seat at the Table summit. Just saying. right, so again, like I said, I see huge things for As Ever Official. Meghan is doing her thing. You know, there's going to be more new products coming out. I know that they got the business plan. Just probably every month they probably have to redo their business plan. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And there you go. I mean, there you go. And what I love about the success of As Ever, and you know, this is still a brand new business, right? It's still a brand new business. But what I love about the success of this business is the fact that Meghan and Harry, they are doing it on their own. They are making their own money. And there is nothing royal about As Ever Official. Nothing royal about it at all. This is Meghan's brand. That's what I love about it. This is Meghan's brand. This is Meghan's brand. Nothing royal about it at all. This is an American-made brand. And you know, the naysayers can try to put a negative spin on As Ever all they want, right? And they try, right? They try. But there's just way too many consumers out there that are buying the product up. Okay, they can't. Come with me, squatties. Come with me. Put a fishing net out there and roll you. Come with me. They have to change the narrative all the time. And I'm talking about the haters and the derangers. They have to change the narrative all the time, because first the narrative was that Harry and Meghan have no fans, right? Harry and Meghan have no fans. Meghan is the most hated woman in the world, right? So there's no way that her business is going to be successful, right? Her popularity in the UK is in the toilet. Americans can't stand Meghan, right? Then they went to, well, you know, when she dropped the first launch in everything sold out in like 10 seconds, right? Then they changed the narrative to, well, you know, she had very small product and her fan base is really small. Her fan base is just basically a whole bunch of angry black women who you know, really ain't got no money, and you know, she sold out because she had very little product, right? That was the next narrative. Right? Then she does the wine drops. That sells out. Right? Then she does another wine drop. Then she does another drop, introduces more product. Some of those products sell out, right? Like the orange marmalade sold out, right? And then eventually, the crepe, the French crepes sold out, right? Eventually, the strawberry spread sells out, right? So then they change the narrative again to, oh, the Duchess of Sussex! The Duchess of Sussex! Her product is too expensive! It's too expensive! It's too expensive! But again, what I love about this whole situation with As Ever is the fact that it's an American product, right? That is solely done and executed by Meghan. And I just see it going far. And I'm just very happy for Meghan and Prince Harry as well, because, Prince Harry is there. He's there supporting his wife. I'm pretty sure that she brings ideas to him. I'm pretty sure Prince Harry done tasted so much raspberry spread, strawberry spread, orange marmalade. I'm pretty sure Prince Harry done tasted all that. I'm pretty sure he's her main taste tester, right? So it's definitely, a collaborative success between those two, because he's there supporting his wife. But you're talking about a married couple that has great ideas, and their great ideas become successful, right? And I love it about those two. I love it about Meghan. I know I go on and on about Meghan, but I was a Meghan fan before she met Prince Harry. I've always loved Prince Harry, but I liked Meghan before she met Prince Harry. Meghan, she's a California girl. I was raised in California. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Meghan has a black mother. I got a black mother. I mean, I know that Meghan and I have definitely have some shared experiences. Right. But again, this is a couple that are successful. They are successful. They come up with different ideas. They put the work behind it, and their ideas become successful. Prince Harry, successful. Successful. Invictus Games, successful. Travelist, successful. Archwell Foundation, successful. Archwell Foundation is doing big things right now, right? Archwell Foundation is supporting World Central Kitchen that is right now in Jamaica, feeding the people. Successful. Archwell Foundation just released a statement highlighting the different organizations that they are supporting that will be in Jamaica helping the victims of Hurricane Melissa. Archwell Foundation, successful. Archwell Foundation has only been around since 2021. Look how successful it is. Okay. Everything that Prince Harry and Meghan have accomplished outside of the royal fold has been successful. And they know it. Oh, Prince Harry! Prince Harry! If he leaves the royal family, Invictus Games will no longer be successful. Nobody is going to want to support the Invictus Games anymore. It was Prince William and Princess Catherine that helped Prince Harry with the Invictus Games. And look what's happened. Seriously, look what's happened since Prince Harry has left the royal fold in regards to the Invictus Games. Look what's happened, seriously. More countries have signed on. More countries are participating. They've added the Winter Games to the Invictus Games. The Invictus Games Foundation was able to have a country that is actively, currently participating in a war, they were able to get their soldiers to participate in the Invictus Games. And of course, I'm talking about Ukraine. They haven't released that information, and I don't know this for a fact, but I have a feeling when Prince Harry was in Ukraine, I have a feeling he met with President Zelensky. I do. They're just not saying anything. Travelists, look what's going on with Travelists. All of these huge global business entities that have joined Travelists. Travelists winning awards. You got Google. You got all these different traveling agencies that have joined Travelists. Very, very successful couple outside of the royal fold. If they were still inside of the royal fold, they wouldn't be as successful as they are now. And yeah, trash, ass, royal family knows it. They know it. Take the titles. They're still going to be successful. Why? Because they have really good ideas. Okay. That's why. And that's not the only reason why. Because the ideas that they have real impact, positive impact in people's lives. Okay. The service that they provide and the different initiatives that they come up with on their own have real impact in people's lives. Those initiatives cause people to have connectivity. And many people, in regards to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex initiatives, have a shared experience. And that's why, one of the reasons why those two are given Humanitarians of the Year award. I mean, I can go on and on and on, right? I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. All right, let me look in the chat, see what you guys are talking about. How are you doing, Rosa Roberts? H. Knight, how are you? How are you doing? Yeah. So you feel me? Yeah. Yeah. H. Knight says, I'm 100% let me slow down. H. Knight says, I'm 100% sure Harry met with the president of Ukraine. I agree. He's just not putting that information out there. Let's see. All right. Oh, thank you, Miss Jones, for the donation. You didn't have to do that, sis. Miss Jones says, Special K, when one of William's flunkies suggested Harry should step down from The IG immediately, IG CEO said that they are sticking with Harry. That's right. That is right. Yeah, that's right. Um, and you know what's crazy about that story, Miss Joan? That story was made up. Richard Eden from the Daily Mail lies. I think he's lying. I think that story was made up. I really do. I think he pulled that story out of his narrow ass. I do. Um, because look what ended up happening. As soon as that story dropped, it was like, bam, Prince Harry in Ukraine, right? I mean, they weren't expecting that. They didn't know that, and that's one thing I really love. Since they've been outside the royal bubble, that the leaks, like there are literally no leaks about these two, right? I love that they obviously have a very dedicated team surrounding them. All right, so um, again, Prince Harry and Meghan, they're very very successful on their own. Um, and I'm just happy for them. I just really, really am. And we have so much more to look forward to when it comes to these two. All right. So speaking about Prince Harry, I have not had a chance. Okay, I haven't had a chance, but he was recently on a podcast. Okay, so he appeared on the podcast. Hassan, is it Minha? Doesn't know. I have no idea who this man is. Okay, but Prince Harry was on this podcast. I haven't had a chance to see it, so I really can't comment too much about it. I just heard like little tidbits about it. If you heard the podcast, let me know um, in the chat. But I haven't had a chance to really. I haven't listened to this podcast. I've just only seen like different, scenes from it. I saw one scene where Prince Harry talks about cell phones, how um, him and Meghan probably are not going to allow their children to have access to cell phones as they get older, or it'll be very very limited access to cell phones as they get older, which makes sense, and which is not a surprise. And I saw something to where he had mentioned something about chatbox, right? Um, I think I said chatbots, and the dangers of that, how people think that they're getting mental health services or therapy services, right, online from a real person when really it's a chat bot, and that's scary. Um, but yeah, it's good to see Prince Harry on a podcast because I just love his accent. I do. I love his accent. And I just love the way he talks. I love the way he talks with his hands. Right. But apparently this podcast, Hassan Minha doesn't know. Um, I'm I'm reading this off the internet now. It's saying that this podcast is kind of in the same categories of like an armchair expert, um, or like a teenager therapy type. Um, so I don't know. I like again, like I said, I never heard of this man, but I definitely will check out this podcast. Since if Prince Harry is on it, then obviously it's a really good podcast, right? Because Meghan and Harry, they're not just going to appear on anybody's podcast. That's not going to happen. All right, let me go ahead and go to my X page. Doesn't Prince Harry look good? He looks. Is that a black suit or is that a blue suit? Sometimes I get the colors mixed up. It's like sometimes you see Prince Harry when he's dressed up and you think automatically. I automatically think it's a black suit when really it's not a black suit. It's like a dark blue suit. But he looks moisturized. He looks happy. He looks healthy. He definitely is lined up. He's definitely lined up. Um, Definitely tanned, right? He looks a little tanned in this podcast. Comfortable, talkative. He's a happy man. They don't want to accept it, but he's just a happy man. He's happy in his marriage. He loves his wife, and of course, he loves the kids. Did you guys see the video that Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, posted on her IG page of Meghan and Harry and the kids going to the pumpkin patch along with Queen Doria? I thought that was a beautiful thing to see, right? That was a beautiful thing to see. And I also heard that they weren't there by themselves, that Tracy Robbins, this is what I've heard now, that Tracy Robbins was actually there with her daughter as well. Okay, but it was great. I mean, Prince Archie, he's growing up, right? He really is. And Princess Lilibeth, okay, you saw the scene where Princess Lilibeth is sitting in the, what do you call that thing? Is it a wagon? With the little pumpkins, and Meghan is pulling it, and Harry's standing there looking at her, and Archie's on the side of Harry. It's like, we all know who runs the house in Montecito, don't we? Lily is like, I'm not running. No, I don't know what Lily was thinking in that scene, but I just think that that's a great scene. Meghan's pulling the wagon, and Harry's standing there looking at Lily, and Archie's on the side of Harry. It is just like, caption that photo, okay? Like, caption that. Lily runs the house. But I love it when Meghan releases videos like that, because it just goes to show you that, they're a regular family, right? They are. At the end of the day, they're a regular family going to the pumpkin patch, having fun. I love that the kids are really experiencing, that they're really having childhood experiences here in these United States of America. And like I said, I heard that Tracy Robbins was there with her daughter as well. So, and then it was just great to see that Meghan's friend, Marcus, was there as well. Wow, Marcus hangs out with the fam. Right? Marcus hangs out with the fam. Meghan and Marcus have been friends for years. Right? And then to see Doria was there as well. So it was a glimpse into their family life, but it definitely lets us know that those children are around their grandmother a lot. Right? And of course, as they should be. Right? But come on now, we all know Black grandmothers. Especially with a first born grandbaby, Black grandmother definitely gonna be around her grandchildren. But it was great. It was great to see Doria, and we also saw Doria again, right? We saw Doria again in another video. She attended. I'm sorry, I don't have the information, but she attended something with some friends of hers, and Oprah. It was Oprah Winfrey. Oprah was hosting something, and Doria was there, and Doria was hanging out with Oprah and taking pictures with Oprah. So it's just funny to me, because it's like when you hear derangers and naysayers say that, where's Meghan's mom? Like, how come you don't see Meghan's mom? And it's like, Are you guys that? Are you guys okay? Like really, like seriously, are you okay? Like, why are you worried about where Megan's mother is at? Like, again, the fixation on Meghan, anything Meghan related is just wild to me in regards to these derangers. But yeah, there were some things that I would see where people were like, "Well, where's Megan's mom? Like, you don't see her mom anywhere. Like, her mom must not be close anymore." And da 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 da. And then bam, you see Queen Doria in a video with Meghan and her grandchildren and her son-in-law. Bam, you see Queen Doria with Oprah Winfrey. So there's Megan's mom, bitch. But come on now, you guys know. I know that you know that I know that you know that I know that you know. When that video came out, and towards the very end, there's a snapshot of Doria, the back of Doria. you know many of them derangers were crashing out. They were looking at the video, right? Definitely they were looking at the video trying to see if they could see Archie and Lily's face, right? But towards the end, when it zoomed in on Doria, the back of Doria, those derangers were like, "Oh, is that Doria? Oh my, oh, was that Megan's mother? Oh." They were crashing out, right? Yes, that's Megan's mother at the pumpkin patch with her grandchildren, cutting up a pumpkin. But again, I'm happy when Meghan, releases videos like that about her, with her family, and we just cherish and enjoy the moment when she does stuff like that. All right, let me go and look into see what you guys are chatting about. Okay, so royalty with Queen Anna says Harry in that podcast that the kids climb in his lap during Zoom calls. I bet Lily does it more than Archie. Meghan has mentioned this as well. Yeah, I can see it. Mm-hmm. I can definitely see that. Lily seems like she's very, she's more, rambunctious than Archie. Archie might be a little more laid back than Lily. But then again, I could be totally wrong, right? I could be totally wrong. Black Queen says, I haven't seen Meg's niece in a while. Hope their relationship hasn't been strained by the greedy half-sister scammy. Perhaps she posts on. One thing about Meghan's niece, Ashley, she never posts on social media. Yeah. And I do believe that she has an IG account, but it's closed. It's not closed, but you know what I'm saying? It's private. Yeah. Yeah. But Meghan probably talks to her niece. Yeah. We all know Scammy doesn't. We all know Samantha doesn't talk to her own daughter, right? I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that Samantha's got grandchildren that she doesn't even talk to or has a relationship with. Isn't that funny about that family? You got the sperm donor who doesn't have relationships with his grandchildren, but is just focused on Meghan's kids. And then you got Scammy, who doesn't have a relationship with her grown children. She's got, what, 3 grown children that she doesn't have a relationship with? And she's got grandchildren that she doesn't have a relationship with. But so focused on Meghan and tying herself to Meghan in any way that she can to be in some type of relationship with Meghan. That's a very what's the word I'm looking for? That's a very I can't even think of a word, but all I will say is thank God for Doria. Right? Thank God for Doria. Even the brother, Thomas Markle Jr., does he have a relationship with his kids? He's got grown kids. You know, he might. I don't know. He might. I don't know. But I doubt it. Right? He's got like what, 2 or 3 sons? Anyway, who cares about them people? Like seriously, who cares? But when it comes to Meghan's father, though, we all know that there's going to be a book coming out, right? Right? We all know this. That's why Carolyn Graham, senior editor of the Daily Mail, is living with him and providing, you know, probably giving him baths with talcum powder. You know, she probably gives Thomas Markle bubble baths with talcum powder and, make sure that he's nice and clean, make sure that he's well fed, probably puts him to bed. She's living with that dude. I mean, that's my personal opinion, right? That's my personal opinion. But it just absolutely makes no sense why a senior editor of the Daily Mail would be with Thomas Markle in the Philippines during the earthquake. That's why Meghan wants nothing to do with them. That's why she will never get in contact with her father, because, like she said, her father is compromised. They got him. They're living with him. So again, don't be surprised if he comes out with his little funky book and it's written by Carolyn Graham. Right. I say let him write the book. Who cares? Meghan and Harry are so far removed from that whole situation. And that's what I love about them, right? They're just so far removed from that situation. It's becoming so obvious to people outside of the Success Squad that when it comes to the Markles, they're only in it for the money, because you see it in the comments, right? I mean, they get trashed in the comments. Like, when Junior said he was going to write a book about Meghan, and you see it in the comments, people were like, oh my God, can these people just go away? People are like, dude, you said yourself you hadn't seen her or talked to her in over 20 years. What could you possibly have to say about a half-sister that you don't know? Right. But anyway, moving on from that whole trifling mess. I'll be glad when that court decision does come down, though. The appeal court decision finally comes down in regards to Scammy, though. Jesus, that needs to hurry and be done and over with. But yes, Prince Harry on the podcast, when I get a chance, I'm going to go ahead and listen to it, because it sounds like it was a really, really good interview. Okay. I heard that he did an American accent. Did anybody hear when he did the American accent on that podcast? How did it sound? Did it sound authentic? I'm just playing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk about some foolery in regards to the royal family. Okay, I'm sure that you guys have heard all of the noise about Prince Andrew. I don't give a damn what them royals say. Talk about they stripped Prince Andrew of his titles. Nah. Nah, 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 no, 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 no. He is a prince. Prince Andrew will always be a prince, and that it was what I will always refer to him as. Prince Andrew. That man is the son of an ex-reigning monarch. Queen Elizabeth was the monarch for 70 years. He came out of her body. He is a prince. He is a natural born prince. If you could strip a natural born prince of his prince title, right, then y'all might as well just go ahead and get rid of the monarchy. Get rid of it. It doesn't mean anything. They're going to back themselves into a corner. Well, they've already backed themselves into a corner. But if you're going to strip a natural born prince of his prince title, then the monarchy doesn't mean anything. Get rid of it. It doesn't mean anything. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. That man is a prince, whether they like it or not. Now, when it comes to the Duke of York titles and all them other bullshit ass titles, if you want to make yourselves feel better by stripping him of those titles and the other royal honorary titles, well, by means, go ahead. But at the end of the day, that man is a prince. His name is Prince. His name is Prince. He is a prince. Prince Andrew. So all of the buffoonery that's going on about Prince Andrew, right? The only thing that I keep on coming back to is the fact that the prince has been doing those alleged sex crime behaviors for years, and the royal family, the monarchy, knew about it. They knew about it. They protected him. There's no way that you can convince me that the monarchy was not aware of what Prince Andrew was doing when it comes to the alleged sex crimes. Come on, people, come on. All of this gaslighting about we're stripping Prince Andrew of his titles, we're making him leave the royal lodge, he's going to move to, Sandringham, into another royal house, and King Charles is going to pay him an allowance, and he's going to be stripped from the record, he's going to vanish, and this is extraordinary for the king to do, and da 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 da. It's gaslighting. It's the typical royal playbook of gaslighting, and the subjects always fall for it. Some of the subjects always fall for it. Not all, but some of the subjects always fall for it. That man is a prince. King Charles ain't done shit. Okay? He's initiated the process, right? But is this process going to really happen? Are they going to follow through with the process? They're waiting for everything to die down. That's what's happening. They're waiting for everything to die down. Okay. So they can believe the BS if they want to, saying that King Charles done stripped this man of his titles and this, that, and the other. But I don't believe it. Do you guys in the chat believe it? I don't believe it. Because if they really punish him to the core like that man's writing a book. Oh, Prince Andrew gonna write a book now. And you guys thought what Harry wrote was diabolical? Prince Harry, spy is diabolical. Shit. Spare ain't gonna have nothing on what Prince Andrew writes if he ever writes a memoir. And I would buy his book. Oh, hell yeah. I would buy Prince Andrew's book. Oh, hell yeah. not buy that book. Just be careful of the gaslighting. I mean, Success Squad, I know that you know that I know that you know that this is all gaslighting. But if there are people who are listening, which I know there are some that are listening that are monarchists, they playing you guys. They are playing you guys for fools. If you really believe that they're going to strip him of his prince title. Yeah, they may strip him of his duke titles and the royal honors, but his prince title, shit. That's not going to happen. I don't believe that. Do you believe that in the chat? Yeah, see, Squatty's be on it. Mm-hmm. Black Queen says, pretty sure she calls him Big Daddy. I bet she feel like she's Meg, delusional loser guy. You know what? Sorry, I kind of jumped from one subject to another, but I'm reading Black Queen's comment about Carolyn Graham. You know how she's living with Thomas Markle, and you know when I said that she probably gives him baths with talcum powder, rubs his back, rubs whatever else, just to get stories from him and to write this book, because she's writing a book. She's writing a book with him, right? She's living with him. She's probably having some type of inappropriate relationship with him. That's my opinion, my thoughts. That's what I feel, because it makes no sense while you're with this man in his 80s, in some type of hotel room in the Philippines. Like, really? But anyway, so Black Queen's comment was about that. Black Queen says, pretty sure she called him Big Daddy. I bet she feel like she's Meg, delusional loser gal. Yeah, exactly. Mrs. Clutch says they are stripping Andrew. That's fake. Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't. They've always said that in order to strip royals from their titles, it has to go through Parliament, right? Well, they claim that King Charles has initiated the process. Really? Has he really initiated the process? And has that process started? Maybe it has. I don't know. I don't believe it, though. I don't believe it, though. I just don't. I think they're just waiting for everything to die down. I think what's happened is that Prince Andrew has agreed to say, hey, you know what? You guys can refer to me as Mr. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. I'll go ahead and agree to that. Okay, I'll go ahead and play this game. I just don't believe that Prince Andrew is just going to go away quietly if they strip him of his prince title. I think he'll be okay with the Duke of York title being stripped and whatever other titles, but that prince title, that man is a natural born prince. I don't think he's going to be okay with that and just go away quietly. I don't believe that. Oh, Leslie Ann says that the bubbly sold out. Did it? Ooh, let me look. See, that's what I get. That's what I get. Talk about I'll buy it later. Let me look. God darn it. All right, Meghan. Let's see here. Okay, the candle, the signature candle. Number A4 is still up there. The signature fruit spread basket is still there. The fruit trio is still there. Did anybody get the spice cider mullein spice kit? Did anybody get that? I was like, I'm not like a little spice. I'm not a spice person. Or the hot toddy mullein spice kit. The teas are there. Let me go in the wine section. I love this website though. I love this website. Let's see. The bubbly. Oh, it's still up there. But it's in. The 2021 vintage Napa Valley Brut. Let me see. Let me try to buy it. No, you can still buy it. It sounds really good though, like for real. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. Cause okay, so the vintage Napa Valley Brut 2021. This curated blend of the finest variety delights the palate with gentle notes of green apple and pear, accents of citrus and white peach, and a subtle hint of star fruit for balanced brightness and a crisp, elegant finish. A fresh, complex, sparkling, crafted with Napa Valley Pinot Noir. I don't know how to say that word. Pinot Noir. And Chardonnay grapes using the traditional method. Ooh, Jesus. Traditional method Champenoise. Our 2000 vintage Brut is a special wine from a favorable year, ideal for celebrating an engagement, achievement, or reunion. I mean, that sounds really good, right? It does. It sounds really, really good. Some of the words I can't even pronounce. Those of you who've bought it, when you get it, let me know how it tastes, like for real, because it sounds like something that would be really good for New Year's Eve. Christmas and New Year's Eve, right? It really, really does. All right. Ah, the Napa Valley 2024 Rosé is still up. Look like they went up on the price though. The Marlboro Sauvignon Blanc is still up. But if you buy a certain amount, you'll get 10% off. All right. So again, they're gaslighting. I do not believe that Prince Andrew is going to be stripped of his titles. There's still more to come. I think what they're doing is that they're just protecting the royal family, right? They want to gaslight and make it seem like that they're doing something big because they know, oh, trust me, they know that there's more to come and they're bracing themselves. They're bracing themselves. I know there are some people in the Success Squad fam that don't like Omid Scobie, but I'm telling you, his book, Endgame, nailed it. It did. His book, Omid Scobie, Endgame, nailed it. Okay? Just saying. The monarchy is going to self-destruct. It is, especially when the truth bomb is dropped about Catherine not really having cancer. Somebody has that information, and it's gonna come out. It is. I don't believe that she ever had cancer. Mm-mm. I don't. I think she had some type of nervous breakdown. You know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe she had cancer. I just don't believe it. Um, but yeah, I think that there's way more coming out about Prince Andrew. I have a feeling there's going to be another victim of his that comes out. Um, and they think that they could just move on. They think they can banish him, take his titles away, and everything is great. The royal family is great. They did an extraordinary historical thing, and you guys can still worship us. And and I hate it. I hate it, but I have a feeling they're going to use Virginia Giuffre's family. Don't be surprised if they invite her family to Buckingham Palace and use them like props. I hope and I pray that doesn't happen, but I have a feeling it's going to. But keep in mind the U.S. Congress is still investigating the Jeffrey Epstein case. They're still investigating those files. Right. Now, I do agree with some of these monarchists who email me. Y'all stop emailing me about freaking Prince Andrew. Please stop. You guys would be surprised at the emails I get. Okay. I agree, right? I've been getting emails from monarchists, asking, well, when is the United States going to hold some of these American people who were Jeffrey Epstein's friends and who probably participated in who were on that island having sex with minor girls, is that yeah. And I get it. I get it. They're questioning, why is it only Prince Andrew facing consequences? Well, number one, Prince Andrew ain't facing no goddamn consequences. He is not facing consequences. So, poor baby. He had to leave a 30 bedroom, 25-acre estate paid for by the taxpayer. Oh, poor baby. And he's moving into just a tiny, a smaller house, and his dear brother, who is king, is going to give him an allowance and pay for his lifestyle. Poor baby. What consequences is this man really facing? But I do understand their pain when they say, well, when is an American, who had a lot of power that was visiting that island going to face consequences? I get it, but at the end of the day, it's Prince Andrew's turn. It's his time. It is what it is. This has been a long time coming for Prince Andrew. Okay. And like I said, the royal family knew. They knew about this. There's no way that the royal family, the monarchy, did not know about this. Okay. There's no way. Prince Andrew was pictured with Jeffrey Epstein in 2010. Okay. Prince Andrew met Jeffrey Epstein, I believe, in, 2006, 2007? Okay. By 2010, Prince Andrew knew that Jeffrey Epstein was a convicted sex offender. Hello? Like, he knew. Okay? But he claimed the reason why he was pictured with him in 2010 was because he had to fly to New York. He had to show leadership. He had to show leadership and fly to New York and spend 4 days with Jeffrey Epstein just to let him know that they can no longer be friends and be associated with each other anymore because he's a registered sex offender. He's a convicted sex offender. But in 2011, he sends him an email letting him know that they're in this together. And he's, don't worry about me. I'm worried about you, Jeffrey Epstein. Convicted sex offender. I'm worried about you. Don't worry about me. I'm worried about you. And we will play together soon. And then you fast forward to 2015, where Amy Robach, American journalist who was on Good Morning America, she does a 2-hour interview with Virginia Giuffre. Virginia Giuffre. May she rest in peace. She does a 2-hour interview with her. Miss Giuffre makes all these allegations against Prince Andrew. Being a responsible journalist, Amy Robach contacts the monarchy. This is 2015 now. Contacts the monarchy, lets them know that she's done this interview with this American woman who's making all of these sexual allegation claims against Prince Andrew. They say that they have no idea who Jeffrey Epstein is, right? And then when they found out that it's true, that there's this American woman who's made all these sexual allegation claims against Prince Andrew, they say it's a stupid story. It's not true. Hang up the phone, click, bam. So you mean to tell me back in 2015 when the American journalist Amy Robach contacted the monarchy to let them know that this American woman is making all these sexual allegation claims against Prince Andrew, that Queen Elizabeth didn't know at that time? That Prince Charles didn't know at that time? They weren't told? They weren't told? Nobody in the monarchy told Queen Elizabeth and told Prince Charles that Miss Giuffre had done this interview with an American journalist making sexual allegation claims against Prince Andrew? Queen Elizabeth didn't know that? Prince Charles didn't know that? Nobody in the Royal Rota knew that? Nobody in the Royal Rota knew that? Nobody? Nobody in the Royal Rota was briefed about that in 2015? But yet, the Royal Rota can find out at the drop of a dime everything that Prince Harry and Meghan were doing when they were underneath the royal fold. So then, fast forward to 2019. Miss Giuffre sues Prince Andrew, right? Sues him. He settles, gives her 12 million pounds. He's always claimed his innocence. However, when you settle with somebody for 12 million pounds, there's a huge suspicion that you may be guilty of something, right? So this is the question that I have. When he made the decision not to fight the allegations and settle, giving her 12 million pounds, why weren't his titles stripped thin? Why wasn't there this mass move to strip his titles then? He paid a woman that he claimed that he didn't know, that he never met, 12 million pounds. A woman that accused him of sexual battery, sexual assault when she was a minor. Why wasn't there, like, oh, you know what? This makes the monarchy look horrible, look bad. We need to strip his titles. I'll tell you why. Because everybody was focused on trashing Harry and Meghan. The focus was on Harry and Meghan. That's why. All of the royal rota, right? All of the British magazines and even some newspapers and even some American newspapers. Everybody was focused on Prince Harry and Meghan. Keep in mind, during that time, right? I believe Meghan was pregnant, right? Or had Meghan already had Prince Archie? I'm not too sure. But all the heat was for Meghan. All of the heat was for Meghan and Prince Harry. They used Prince Harry and Meghan as a shield to protect Prince Andrew. Best thing Prince Harry and Meghan ever did, one of the best decisions that they've ever made, was to get from underneath the royal fold and move to America. One of the main reasons why there was such this push to remove to remove Prince Andrew's titles is because they can no longer use Prince Harry and Meghan as a shield to protect Prince Andrew. Yes, they went back to the old royal playbook of, well, let's gaslight everybody and say, his consequences. He can no longer eat dinner with the family. Okay. But the general public wasn't having it. Okay? The general public wasn't having it. So then they come out with this bullshit ass story that Prince Andrew will no longer, use his titles. Right? The general public still wasn't happy. The reason why the general public was so focused on Prince Andrew and why they were not satisfied to what his consequences would be was because they were not focused on Prince Harry and Meghan. The British newspapers and magazines and commentators, right? They can no longer use Prince Harry and Meghan as a shield to protect Prince Andrew. The royal family can no longer use Prince Harry and Meghan as a shield to protect Prince Andrew. That's why this thing has blown so wide open. The royal family, these royal households, can no longer brief stories about Prince Harry and Meghan because they are no longer in the royal fold. They're over here in America living their best life. Trust me, I'm pretty sure they're trying to dig dirt about those two to get some of the heat off the monarchy. But I'm telling you, one of the reasons why this has gone as far as it has with Prince Andrew is because they can no longer use Prince Harry and Meghan as a shield to protect that man, to protect the monarchy. All of the focus has been on Prince Andrew and Prince Andrew alone. Keep in mind, that guy that wrote the book entitled, right? When that book was about to drop, who was he using to promote his book initially? It wasn't Prince Andrew. It was Prince Harry. Right? It was Prince Harry. He was using Prince Harry to promote the book entitled. That bullshit ass story about Prince Andrew and Prince Harry got into some fight because Prince Andrew said something about Meghan. Well, when Prince Harry squashed that, then he really had no choice but to, really focus on Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Another reason why this is blown up and the royal family seriously has no control over the story, and they're not going to have control over the story at all. That's why they've done what they've done to try to protect themselves. They're bracing themselves. It's because the U.S. Congress is responsible for the leaks. The U.S. Congress is doing the investigation. They're the ones that are responsible for the leaks coming out. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. Congress is leaking these emails about Prince Andrew because they don't want they may be using Prince Andrew as a shield to protect some type of big time American politician or American businessman. Like Justin Timberlake said, what goes around comes back around. But you feel me? You hear what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from the U.S. Congress leaked those emails about Prince Andrew to use him as a shield. You know what I'm saying? To protect some big time American businessman or politician that's up in them Epstein files. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But yeah, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Prince Andrew has been able to get away with a lot of this behavior because, number one, he's the Queen's favorite son, right? But at the end of the day, this has been going on for 15 years. And I do believe one of the reasons why it has blown up to the way it's blown up, which has led to him, quote unquote, losing his titles, is because they cannot use Prince Harry and Meghan as a shield to protect Prince Andrew. Now, you're going to hear all this talk and all this hoopla, Prince Harry and Meghan, they're next. Take their titles away. Well, take their titles away. Go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, y'all done had 6 years to do it. You haven't done it yet. And King Corrupt, he knows that Prince Harry and Meghan, they volunteered their titles and they wouldn't take them away. And then you see how they're propping up Wank. Oh, when Wank becomes king, he's definitely going to take their titles away. Well, let him. Let him take the titles away. So what? If he wants to be a petty king, go ahead. So you're taking their titles away because you're mad that Prince Harry wrote the book Spare. That's why you're taking their titles away? Because he called you out as a bully? That's why you're taking the titles away? Go ahead. Prince Harry and Meghan, they're going to be all right. They are so far removed from that trifling monarchy, that trifling royal ghetto mess. Those two are striving and thriving. And like I said, as ever, there's nothing royal about as ever. There isn't. There's nothing royal about it as ever. Archwell Foundation is going to continue to do its thing, right? All right, guys. We all know that Jamaica, we have a lot of Jamaican squatties. Okay, we all know Jamaica has been hit by the devastating Hurricane Melissa. We have some Jamaican squatties in the chat. I saw some of the footage on CNN. Oh, just to let you guys know. Yes, I do watch CNN. To let you guys know, Arian Barbie is back on CNN. I saw her. Oh, did I lose you guys? Looks like I lost you guys for a minute. God, I hope I didn't lose you guys for a long time. All that talking I was doing. Just to let you guys know, Arian Barbie is back on CNN. I saw her on CNN. Okay. I saw her on the Laura Coates show. I love watching Laura Coates and Abby Phillip, sorry. And she was on there. They had her talk about Prince Andrew losing his titles. She done lost a lot of weight. Her face was like sunken in. But yes, Arian Barbie is back. Just to let you know, on CNN. But back to the subject at hand. Jamaica. We have a lot of Jamaican squatties in the fam. Jamaica was hit. I've seen the footage on CNN. I've seen the footage on MSNBC. I mean, devastation in a lot of areas. Hurricane Melissa, when it hit Jamaica as a Hurricane 5 hurricane. I said that wrong. It hit Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane. Whoo! I don't know what the death toll is so far, but you could just see from the devastation that there are literal towns that had just been devastated. Okay. I heard that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, that he's doing his thing. He's really out there helping his people, that he's trying to get people into free housing. If that's true, kudos to him. World Central Kitchen, Chef Jose Andres is out there feeding the people, providing necessary, items to the people. When I say necessary items, I'm talking about things like toilet paper, washcloths, soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, care packages. It's a lot. Right now, Sussex community events, those of you who are on X should be very familiar with Sussex community events. She is from Jamaica, and right now she's holding a fundraiser. I believe that we're already at like close to $9,000, squatty. So give yourselves a hand for that. I mean, the goal was 5,000. I believe that we're already approaching close to 9,000. One thing about the Sussex Squad, we show up and do good. We show up and do good. We put our money where our mouth is when it comes to helping out our fellow human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we have hearts. We're genuine when it comes to helping out our fellow man. Service is universal. We take that shit to heart, just like our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex does. Okay? But Sussex Events is holding a fundraiser for World Central Kitchen, who's already out there in Jamaica, feeding the people. The goal was 5,000. We already blew that out the water. I think we're close to 9,000. If you go to the comment section in this live podcast, you will see that I have pinned a message that has the link to where if you want to, you can donate. If you don't have the means to donate, that's fine. Just share the link. That's donating. That's contributing. Share the link. Share the message. Okay. But any dollar helps. If you got $10, donate $10. Donate whatever you can. Okay. Jamaica is going to need help for a very, 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 very long time to rebuild. It really, really is. So, speaking about our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, I'm going to go ahead and go to Archwell Foundation. They had put out something on their website. Ooh, look at that. Archwell Foundation, bam. Comes up. Archwell Foundation, show up and do good. Okay. Let's see. Standing with Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa. Ooh, Hurricane Melissa, what a bitch. Woo! So if you go on their website, success.com, Archwell Foundation, you will see that, they have put out a statement that Hurricane Melissa has torn through the Caribbean. We got to think of Cuba. We got to think of Haiti as well. We got to think of the Bahamas as well. Devastation. Okay, just went through the Caribbean. Okay, Cuba was hit as well. Haiti was hit as well. Poor Haiti. I mean, how many natural disasters does Haiti have to go through, right? But many people have lost their homes. They've lost their businesses. The infrastructure is just gone. Complete devastation. Uh, this hurricane, like I said, was a Category 5. Had some of the strongest Atlantic, winds in history. Okay, in history, 185 miles per hour. Jesus. Okay, and we all know that Jamaica, it's a country that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex hold very close to their hearts. They were in Jamaica, I believe it was last year. They saw the Bob Marley film premiere. Um, whew, like they said, just entire neighborhoods wiped out and remain underwater as we speak. Um, Again, World Central Kitchen is out there. Archwell Foundation is saying that, the foundation has donated, and, they're asking us and the general public to donate and help any way that we can as well. And whether you give financially or donate supplies are very important. Supplies are just as important as money, right? And like I said, supplies, toilet paper, washcloths, towels, blankets, toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, that stuff is important. It's essential in times like this. Okay. But like they say on the Archwell Foundation, whether you can give financially or donate supplies through the NYC drop-off sites or simply share these resources, it all matters. So here are some of the nonprofit agencies that are helping out in Jamaica that the Archwell Foundation has posted on their website. World Central Kitchen, right, which are providing hot meals to the affected families of Hurricane Melissa. Jamaica Relief Fund, okay, which is an official government relief portal for direct support. Team Rubicon, we all know about Team Rubicon, right? They recently helped out in the recent floods in Texas, where all those children lost their lives. It's interesting to me how that story just vanished, went away, and all those children lost their lives at camp. Anyway, Team Rubicon, they're deploying volunteers for humanitarian aid and disaster response. All Hands and Hearts. I've never heard of this nonprofit organization, but obviously they're credible if the Archwell Foundation is posting them on their website. Mobilizing volunteers for long-term recovery and rebuilding. Walk Good Jamaica, which is a grassroots relief effort supporting local communities. And Food for the Poor Jamaica, providing food, clean water, hygiene kits. Hygiene kits, very important, and emergency supplies. Okay, so let's all just be careful, because the Prime Minister, Holiness of Jamaica, he did put out something on his X page saying, be careful of scammers. Okay, make sure when you donate money that you're donating money to a credible nonprofit organization. Okay, we all know that World Sussex Kitchen is a very credible nonprofit organization. We all know Chef, Jose Andres is out there feeding the people. We all know that money, whatever money we donate, is going to go directly to World Sussex Kitchen. Okay, that's a safe space to donate money. Archwell Foundation, they have listed nonprofit organizations that are a safe space to donate money. Okay, so again, let's keep Jamaica in our prayers and our Jamaican squatties in our prayers. If there are any Jamaican squatties that, are, that have experienced devastation and are going through a hard time, please let us know so we can get some type of help and support directly to you. We're all a family and we all take care of each other. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go into the chat, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this live podcast, because my God, we've been on here for 2 hours. I did not mean for this live podcast to last that long. I really honestly didn't, because I'm planning on doing another live podcast tomorrow. All right. Let's see. So Benjamin Padilla says, wasn't Harry supposed to be the Queen's favorite grandson? But she dropped the ball when he really needed her. Sad. Yeah, that's what they say. Who knows? Who knows if Harry was the Queen's favorite grandson? I think that there were times where the Queen wanted to help, and there were things that she did do. Like she made sure that they always had security when they came to the UK. Um, she was in contact with Prince Harry in regards to their trip to at least Prince Archie. I mean, Prince Harry said that she was doing Zoom calls with him and Meghan and Archie. I think she cared, but she didn't care enough. Because at the end of the day, the monarchy comes first. And she definitely could have done a lot more, but the monarchy comes first. And, it did say in court papers, though, that she made it clear that Prince Harry and Meghan were to keep effective royal security. So, anyway. Okay. Yep. So I think it's Allie says they were supposed to be the buffers for every other royal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Supposed to be. The general public is catching on to that. Ooh, the general public is really catching on to it because you see a lot of comments that say, well, when are they gonna just waiting for them to blame Meghan for all of this in regards to Prince Andrew. And then you notice how I'll see comments where some royal rodent commentator will say something about Prince Harry and Meghan should lose their titles too. They're next, this, that, and the other. And you see it in the comments. It's not Sexist Squad. It's the general public of the United Kingdom. It's Brits. You see it in the comments where they say, keep Harry and Meghan out of this. They have nothing to do with this. Harry did not commit a sex crime. You see it in the comments. Oh, so y'all want to strip Prince Harry and Meghan of their titles just because they got beef with their family? How petty is that? Like, you see it in the comments. And when I read it, I'll be like, okay, that person is not Sexist Squad. 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 That person is not. It's like I really be up in the comments because I think it's important for me to know. But I really do want to get a sense of what people in the United Kingdom really feel and what they really think, when it comes to that. And you see it in the comments. People are really mad in the United Kingdom. People are really upset. People are just like, and you see it in the comments. Oh, removing his titles is not enough. We want to know about the royal finances. Oh, y'all only decided to make this decision to remove his titles because we were starting to get in your ass about the royal finances. We were starting to get in your ass about these leases. We wanted to know more information and more transparency about your guys' finances, like who paid the 12 million pounds? Where did that 12 million pounds come from? Right? Like, who said it was okay for Prince Andrew not to have to pay market price rent? Who said it was okay for weirdo Uncle Edward and Surly Sophie Fiesta, right? Who approved their leases and how much money are they paying in rent? They were really starting to ask questions, to start investigations on the royal finances. And a lot of people are saying that's why y'all decided to go ahead and make the decision to remove It's Andrew's titles. All right. Okay, so I'm looking in the comments, and yeah, there are squatties. There's fam that have relatives in Jamaica. Okay. Okay, somebody was saying that they just got scammed. See, yeah, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live podcast because it's getting later and I'm getting hungry. Tango hambre. I want to thank you guys for joining me in this live podcast. We're gonna try to do another live podcast tomorrow. Again, this is Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy channel. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. Everybody, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button as well. Again, we are praying for Jamaica. We are praying for our Jamaican squatties and their relatives. If anybody was hit by the devastation of Hurricane Melissa, please let me know. You can follow us, Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy, on X. You can follow us on our Instagram page. Of course, you can follow us here on YouTube as well. Special K Thoughts, I have a TikTok page. I haven't posted anything on TikTok. It's been a minute, but you can follow me there as well. Okay? All right, guys. Before we say the rebel yell, please stay hydrated. Make sure you feed the chickens, right? And no bad energy. Okay, absolutely no bad energy. Okay, you guys ready? Are you guys ready to do the rebel yell? Are you ready to do the rebel yell? Of course you are. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Continue to wear the SS on your chest because you know, Success Squad, we are the best. All right, guys, please, please, please make sure, if you can, to donate to the fundraiser that we're having for World Central Kitchen. They're out there right now on the front lines feeding the victims of Hurricane Melissa. If you can't donate, please make sure that you share the link. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me on Special K Thoughts, and I'm out, and I will see you guys soon. Okay? Thank you. You guys have a good night.